Hi there, I'm here with Rufus Sewell, the star of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. Hi Rufus, how are you doing?
Very good, thank you.
So first things first, what is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
Good question. Well, it is basically what it sounds like. Though there's a joke in the title which isn't really carried on through the tone of the film, you know. Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter, when I first heard that title, I thought, it's my kind of thing, so I thought, yeah, you know, because I love like Hobo with a Shotgun. I really enjoyed it. I like these really kind of concept-y titles work as a film or they don't. And I think the key to this one working is that the premise, though there's a joke in the premise, is taken pretty seriously from that point on. Otherwise, you know, a joke doesn't last beyond 5 minutes if you're watching a film. It becomes very tiresome, you know. So the idea is it's the alternate history of Abraham Lincoln, bearing in mind his up till now little known secret life as a vampire hunter, with his political career being a smokescreen for his real raison d'etre.
So can you tell us a little bit about Adam?
He is a 3,000-year-old vampire who's seen it all before, and he's a kind of unelected, he sees himself, I suppose, as their president, you know, and he's quite formidable in his way.
It's obviously an action film. Did you have to do any specific preparation for it, and does your character have any kind of special moves?
Special moves? Well, I mean, he's really fast and he's really quick, and he minimal effort, I think. You know, when you've been around as long as he has, I think the idea is that he doesn't need to expend a lot of energy to dispatch his, you know, enemies.
And what's it like working with your director, Timur?
I loved him. As I said, you know, he's very imaginative. He has kind of these flights of fancy, and he has crazy ideas there and then. And he comes from a very different background. He was a stage designer, which is a very unusual thing to arrive at film directing from. It gives him a very different perspective. So he would have ideas on the day that kind of were quite difficult to incorporate with whatever plans you had as a character, or, you know. But once I made it clear that I needed to understand why I was doing something, he would work with me, you know, and so he could suddenly have a crazy idea about my character being on a bicycle or whatever, which didn't end up in the film. You know, and I was very happy to play around with that because he was quite collaborative.